what the commitment level is. So this is your follow-up with a new partner. Better yet, this is your follow-up after the first time you show the plan, because now you can get their commitment to what they have to do before they come in the business. People always say to me, Dennis, how do I create urgency with my new people? I don't know about you, but how many times have we sponsored somebody and they never get out of the gate? They just like, I'm gonna get started. Well, the only reason they didn't get started is because they didn't know what to do, because you never told them what to do before they got into the business, okay? It's really a simple business, all right? Enter in the important dates. Where's this come back to? What's in your calendar? It's real simple if you have in your calendar, because right now, not one person in this room should sponsor anybody into the business without telling them to go to October 20th through 22nd and block out that time in their calendar. Shame on you if you sponsor anybody and do not do that, and even charge that $200 in the initiation of sponsoring in the business. That's follow-up. The easiest time to sell a ticket is at the time that you bring in a new partner into the business. They are all listening to what you have to say, all right? Again, what else can we do? We talked about results-producing activities. You heard from our, Nina's daughter, Whitney. Excuse me, Whitney. All right, you heard from Whitney, the results-producing activities. We've got to sell products and share the business. You got to have a names list. We talked about it last segment. All right, we're developing 60 to 200 names with your partner. And you know what? Here's one of the things I hear. Well, my new partner doesn't want to share their names with me. Did anybody ever hear that? My partner doesn't want to share my names with me. You know what? Shame on you. That means your partners don't like you. If your new partner ever says, I don't want to share your name, that means they don't trust you or like you. And what you've done, I know it's hard for you to hear this, but what you've done is you've given them reason not to trust you, or not to, and you also didn't tell them how the business works, because their people are your people anyway, and your people are their people when they go in the same leg. So we really got to bring that up. So replace the products in your house. This is sort of what we're going to do. The first step, we're going to replace the products in your house with our own branded products. We're really focusing for 200 business volume. Now, I know if you're a single person, getting to 200 business volume is a lot of business volume. But you'll get there, you'll ramp it up, all right? But that's where the measurement of personal use is. Also, we want to take a look at their shopping habits and how we can work them, and then we want to introduce them on all the things on our shop.com site, all right? And you're going to hear more from Mark Ashley right after this segment. It's going to give you some great insight and excitement as you work with it. Also, even with your new prospects that you work with, you're going to review their possibilities list. You'll determine their top 10 prospects. You'll decide on the approaches and develop answers too. Now, ladies and gentlemen, let me just say this. I said it earlier today. I want to just make sure you got it. You are responsible to train your personally sponsored unfranchised owners. Now, we can say bring them to the events and let the events train them, but what did I say? Getting to the events is strong for belief, all right? It's good for knowledge. But I'm going to tell you what, if you don't go implement what you learn, it's not going to stick. You're going to be a professional meeting goer making no money. Okay? Oh God, that's quiet. Everybody's quiet. All right? We don't want to be professional meeting goers. We want to be professional meeting goers that bring new people so that we can take them out and work their names list to show them how to sell a product, to show them how to show the plan, to show them how to close, to show them how to sponsor somebody, to show them how to do the business. Now you can hold them accountable. Ladies and gentlemen, you want to hold people accountable and you want to tell them what to do, but you've never taught them what to do. I don't like being trained by a professor who's never owned a business. I don't think they're valid people, quite frankly. I want to learn from the experienced business owner who happens to be a PhD. Give me a James Quo who's a PhD that's making $125,000 4-week period, I'm going to listen to the man. And Lord, I would listen to you, Joanne, but you're not a PhD. You know, you're a single mom. What do you know, right? You make $150,000 a month, right? You know, I'll listen to the experience is what I'm telling you here. But you know what? We are in the real life, and when we come into real life, it's all about follow-up. Do you have people that are not booking appointments? Well, the first thing you have to know, do they know when they're working? It goes back to what? Your scheduling of time. I don't care if you only have 8 hours a week to give. People in Singapore are going all the time. If it's 8 hours you have to give, I need 2 3-hour blocks so I can book appointments to when I do a call workshop. So you do a call workshop, but you don't know when you can book an appointment. Do you follow? So there are such fundamentals, it's like blocking and tackling in football or a volley and serve in tennis that you got to stay with. You got to do the one-on-ones, you got to do the two-on-ones, you got to do the online presentations. I was so nervous the first time I ever did a webinar. I was so nervous about the first time I did a Skype call. I was so nervous the first time I did Join.me. You might say, what's that? It could be Zoom. It's the first time you figure out that you can talk to somebody on the internet and see them and then view your screen. But you know what? You got to get it done. All right, we got to go going on that. So here we are. Watch the videos. And by the way, if you're not showing the plan, we've got videos on the back office on franchise training you can watch. The home business presentation. You also have your unfranchised business presentations that, for those of you that watch Mark Ashley show the plan on Friday night, somebody said to me, Shu said to me, you know, Mark could really build this business if he didn't have to be president. The only problem, Shu, if he's not the president, we don't have anybody steering the ship. Okay, so we got to keep him, don't tell him that, okay? All right, now, the whole point is that everybody that works this business should know how to do it. And again, the objective of the ABC pattern is to get our new unfranchised owners to lead us to prospects while demonstrating the best practices to build the business and duplication. Now, this is really funny. Secret, this is not the company training, this is Dennis, the unfranchised owner training. When I bring in a new personally sponsored person, I look at them at 2 ways. That person could be the next director that's going to secure a 6-figure residual income for me. And so we need to get him paid, so we go through his list so that we can get him the organizations built. Or if that person isn't looking promising, I immediately think in my mind, I got to get to know all the people he knows before he leaves the business. Okay? So either way, in my mind, I am creating urgency to train this person to be able to expose me and my partner to his people so that they can make their choice if this is the right business. Now again, these are head games. Now you want to play a head game? I'm going to play a head game with you right now. All right? I'm going to play a head game with you, something called the ABC pattern of follow-up. All right? So here's the first thing you have to remember. After you show the plan, we have to immediately capture the attention of the individual by simply asking, what did you like best? Okay? And when you really get good at this, you can say, what did you like least? Okay? Sometimes I just want to know what you didn't like, because that's going to tell me how to present the plan better. And then I'm going to say, if you didn't understand everything, that's okay. It took me 3 or 4 times to get it. If you got it the first time, God, you're a lot smarter than I am. Let's get you more information. In fact, one of our business partners, a week from Tuesday, will be presenting at an unfranchised business presentation. Now, what I want to do is to be able to book a follow-up, to be able to go through the business again to get you exactly what you want. And I want to follow up within 48 to 72 hours. Everybody write that down, 48 to 72 hours. And the reason is, the longer that it takes in between meetings, the less likely they're going to continue to do the business. So you've got to get back to them. Now here is the other catch. You need to get them on a product from the time of the first meeting to the second meeting. Now, we can use the aloe packets and give them a couple, 3 of them, and they can pay you 10 Singapore dollars for them. Or what I do when I don't have packets available, I'll take a 30-day supply of activated B complex or one of my products, and I'll say, here's the deal. I'm going to give you this to start, all right? And what I'm going to do is I'm going to allow you to have this if you buy a second one. If you don't buy the second one, then you can pay me for the first one. Okay? I'm going to do everything in my power to get somebody on a product before I meet with them a second time. And it's critical that you do that. In addition to that, I'm also going to set up, you're probably thinking of 2 or 3 people that may be interested in learning how to earn additional income. Now watch my head. You're probably thinking of 2 or 3 people that are thinking about trying to earn more income. And they always go like this. And you could say, what would their names be? Just confirm they know somebody. So good. Listen, it's a good idea to invite them so they can review the business and give you some insight. In fact, here's how you should invite them. You should call them up and simply say, I was introduced to a business model that I like very much, but I don't know whether it's going to be right for me, but I value your opinion. I'm going to have the plan shown to me next Tuesday night at 7 o'clock in my home, and I would appreciate it if you would come to view the plan. Okay, so what you're doing is you're inviting people to help back up the person's decision, but you're actually getting exposed to 2 or 3 people. So let's just say hypothetically, if I'm basically working with Eugene here, and Eugene, I'm the sponsor, and Eugene is my prospect, when he brings 2 or 3 people over to his kitchen table, which I know I'm working either Tuesday or Thursday evening, I'm going to be at the A level. So Eugene is not the A level, he's my prospect. The first A level is the 2 or 3 people that show up at his kitchen table at his house, okay? Now, when we're at the kitchen table and we're talking, I'm looking for the person who's paying attention to what's on. And we basically introduce everybody and we go through the plan again. And when you start thinking about this, you find out who's interested and who's not. Now here's the thing I want you to remember. Maybe all 3 people that Gene bring over are not interested. That could happen. Does everybody understand that? Don't get disappointed. All right? Sometimes it's that way. 2 of the 3 could be interested, but really we just need 1. So we might say, well, Nancy, what did you like best about the plan? Well, I really like the money, Dennis, about what's going on. Well, I know it's great because so many people today need the additional income. You're probably thinking of 2 or 3 people you'd like to see the business who'd like to earn some extra money. And Nancy goes, yeah, I am. Says, you know, I'm available on Thursday at 7 o'clock. I can come over and we can introduce this and see what your friends have to say about it. Eugene, can you make Thursday at 7 o'clock? Great, Eugene comes with me. We go to Nancy's and we invite the other 2 guests that were at the kitchen table to come with me to join us at Nancy's kitchen table. So there might be 6 of us at the kitchen table now. Now, ladies and gentlemen, understand that Nancy represents the B level. All right, so again, we're working away from Gene's house and we're now going to Nancy's house. And we're going to keep doing that, and Gene is going to hear the plan over and over again. And by the time Nancy introduces me to her friends, all of a sudden I've met Leanne, and now Leanne is now very interested. She wants to buy some Motives Cosmetics, and she's also interested to have 4 or 5 of her friends over. She's got a big house. And so we booked for the following Tuesday because I work Tuesdays and Thursdays. I'm